a ton of weapons in Horizon Forbidden West, even more with the addition of the Burning Shores DLC. I'll talk you through the best ones and how to get them, so let's go. One weapon I recommend you grab as early as possible is the Carja's Bane. It's a warrior bow, which is an amazing weapon type for close range fights where a lot of dodging is required, as you can draw and fire them super fast. It also comes with incendiary arrows next to the regular ones for some nice damage over time, and the best part is, it's relatively easy to get. You do need access to the entire map, which unlocks after completing the main mission, the Dying Lands. After that, you can find the first of 4 Gauntlet runs, which are charger races over here on the map. After completing the first race, the location of the next one is marked on your map, so just keep following the marker to find the next run. The final one requires you to also complete the main mission, the Sea of Sands, and if you then beat the race, the Carja's Bane will be yours. But for the ultimate workhorse weapon, we want to look at a hunter bow, and the best one you can grab in the base game is the Deathseeker Shadow. It deals great tear damage, meaning its regular arrows are perfect for removing machine components. And then you also have shock arrows to stun a machine and targeting arrows that you can use to direct any overridden machine to attack your current target. In case you didn't know, the Machine Master playstyle can be incredibly powerful. We'll leave a link to our video on the topic in the description. The Deathseeker Shadow is one of the weapons that you have to earn through the game's arena that you find over here on the map, so if you haven't unlocked it yet, you need to complete the Broken Sky main mission first. After that, talk to the 2 women running the arena for a small side quest, and after completing that, you can participate in the challenges. You'll need to complete enough of these to earn yourself 80 medals to buy your first legendary weapon from the arena vendor, but don't worry, you will eventually be able to buy every single one. So it's more a matter of choosing which one you'd like first, and while the Deathseeker Shadow is an amazing jack of all trades weapon, if you're looking for high damage output, you might want to pick up a different weapon from the arena store. The Blastforge Boltcaster is, like any Boltcaster, a very slow weapon that hampers your movement and fires in bursts that need to be charged. But especially in combination with the Sustained Burst weapon skill, which allows you to dump your entire mag in a single sustained burst, it can deal some insane damage. So freeze an enemy with a different weapon, then switch to the Blastforge and trigger Sustained Burst to absolutely demolish hostile machines. To sum up, this Boltcaster is an amazing high damage output beast that requires a bit of positioning and timing to get the most out of it, but it can absolutely shred machines when used correctly. And there are more amazing weapons to go over, so if you enjoyed the video so far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Horizon content. Now on to another explosive high damage dealer you definitely want to get, the Skykiller, which is an amazing spike thrower that's granted as a reward for the Way Home side quest that starts in the Quen Settlement Legacy's landfall over here on the map. In order to access it, you also need to complete the mission Wings of the Ten, which is near the end of the game. The quest objectives for the Way Home require a bit of diving, and you have to fight a Dreadwing near the end of the mission, but other than that, it's very straightforward. Once you complete it, you're rewarded with an amazing spike thrower, which deals massive damage with its exploding spikes. It becomes even better against large targets that allow you to utilize the splitting spike weapon technique, which throws down a barrage of spears from an angle. Make sure to immobilize your target one way or another, and then hit them with the full barrage for some amazing damage. Its only real downside is that it's a pretty resource hungry weapon. The same is true for the Wings of the Ten Blastsling, which can demolish enemies with explosive bombs. But the real standout feature for this weapon, at least in my opinion, are the adhesive bombs. These build up the adhesive status very quickly, and when the bar is full, it makes enemies much less mobile. And since no enemy in the game is resistant to adhesives, these bombs are a threat to any target you come across. Once stuck up, you can switch back to explosive bombs, which have a chance to deal higher damage thanks to the crit chance and damage perks that also come with the weapon. Upgrading it further will also increase the overdraw and close range damage, so it packs even more of a punch. So the Wings of the Ten is a really good pick for both damage and crowd control, and you get it by collecting all the black boxes in the open world and then handing them in at the Memorial Grove right next to the arena by speaking to Untala. We'll leave a guide with all the locations in the video description. But my personal favorite weapon is the Shredder Gauntlet Ancestor's Return. Now because it is a Shredder Gauntlet, it takes a bit more work than other weapons to get the most out of it. In case you don't know, you throw a frisbee-like shredder that returns to you after dealing damage to a machine. Catch it on the return to A, not lose ammo, and B, give it a charge. After getting 3 charges on a shredder, you can throw it again, but this time it will explode on impact for some big damage. You can use regular shredders to target and rip off specific parts, but the Ancestor's Return also offers you shock and corrosive ammo, giving you some nice elemental options as well. The way to get it is by collecting all ornaments from the Relic ruins spread throughout the map. Again, a guide with locations will be included in the video description, and after grabbing all of these, hand them over to Stammer over here on the map to receive the Ancestor's return. And even though there are a ton of amazing weapons in the base game, the Burning Shores DLC adds even more gear that you absolutely want to get. By the way, that DLC is included in the game's complete edition and can be accessed after finishing Forbidden West's main story. Almost every weapon type gets a new legendary variant in the Burning Shores, which you can buy at the weapon vendor with the new Brimshine currency. You can easily find it in the world by simply creating a job for an item and then following the job icon. And you definitely want to do this because these weapons unlock a lot of new ammo types. Like the Eye of the Storm Warrior bow, for instance, which is an elemental powerhouse with frost, shock and corrosive arrows. And it also includes the first legendary ropecaster, the tie that binds, which next to the regular ropes also comes with explosive and plasma canisters, so great for added burst damage. But the real standout here is the Spectre Gauntlet, a highly advanced weapon that rapidly shoots projectiles. The accuracy is pretty terrible, but that is because the weapon technique allows you to put a homing beacon on an enemy that all projectiles will be pulled towards. So great against mobile and flying enemies or for sticking on a specific weak spot, and since ammo for this weapon is cheap to craft, you get to use it a lot too. And the Spectre Gauntlet is unmissable as you get it during the DLC main mission, the Stars in Their Eyes. But this weapon becomes even better if you unlock the second ammo type, the railgun ammo, by completing the side quest in his wake. It starts over here on the map and unlocks after completing the main story mission for his amusement. The material required for the upgrade can be looted during the side quest, and after you've applied it at the workbench, the gauntlet can switch to this long range charged blast that deals good damage. Again, the weapon technique applies a marker which can be shot to trigger a massive explosion that will deal huge damage and hit multiple parts of a machine. Because these railgun blasts need to be charged, it's definitely best used at longer ranges, but of course if enemies get close, you can swap back to the regular homing shots and deal with them that way. And the best thing is that this weapon also carries over to New Game Plus, so after completing the game and the DLC once, you can replay the main story and use the Spectre Gauntlet from the start. But New Game Plus also offers a selection of new legendary weapons that you can simply buy from weapon vendors with another exclusive currency you earn from doing quests and activities in your second playthrough. All of them are good, but there are a couple of standouts that I'd recommend you grab as soon as possible. The Rain of Sparks Warrior bow is even better than the Carja's Bane, with overall better perks and adhesive arrows instead of incendiary, which again mean they work well on any target. And you are still able to set enemies on fire thanks to the instant burning chance on the weapon, which is also pretty good on a warrior bow thanks to the relatively high rate of fire. Speaking of high fire rates, the Brawlbreaker Boltcaster is also an amazing New Game Plus weapon. The base damage of your regular and explosive bolts is increased, and it switches out the piercing bolts for frost bolts, so you also have some elemental damage. It also gives you a chance to instantly apply the adhesive slow effect on any hit if you upgrade it, which is great on a Boltcaster thanks to the high rate of fire. And finally, the Irib's Downfall Sharpshot bow is also a really worthwhile get, as it comes with the very powerful precision tear arrows, which are great for removing specific machine parts from long range. And while expensive, the Elite Precision arrows offer some of the highest single shot damage in the game, so if you're looking for a range damage monster, it doesn't get much better than this. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more Horizon content, and watch our previous video on what's next for the Horizon franchise by clicking on the screen. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.